January 28th, 2019. This is Paul Power bringing you Robert Nelson, and he's reading from his book of Keys, Love Letters from God. This is number 51, and it is,
Thou shalt not murder. Remember in the previous letter he said we'd take up the topic of murder. Do you know what the term invite really means? It means in life. For this is what we really are. My gift to you is life. As I have previously said, you are involved in life whether you know you are or not. How can anyone involved in life ever be involved in taking life? When I told you, thou shalt not kill, it was meant to be received not merely as law, but more as love. You even have a term called waste in reference to taking life. The real waste comes as you refuse to see the quality of heaven in your brothers and sisters' eyes as your own. This is the waste of a life. I promise you that to waste the quality of that is life, is to take life. I'm going to read that again. I promise you that to waste the quality that is life is to take life, for in so doing you murder the soul. If you do not love your own life, will you love anyone else's? I am love itself. Life for you is my greatest gift. Please do not waste it, lest you lay waste to your own self, nor take it for granted. Your identity is truly mine, and mine is yours. This is the most major quality we have in common. So if you waste a life, or even take a life, think whose life you are wasting or taking. The commandment, thou shalt not kill, can refer to your view of life itself and to your role therein. The way you would view your life is the way you would view me and my life. Share in my vision of you, and your life is fulfilling, and you will never callously waste life or viciously take a life. Those who will kill in either callous or in contempt, I'm sorry, I misread that. Those who will kill in either callousness or contempt have already wasted a precious life, their own. To view yourself or your brother or sister as meaningless or worthless is tantamount to murder. There is a major difference between death and murder. Death is the passing from one life to another, and as such it is natural. But murder takes many forms, as it is rooted in the delusion of ignorance. Remember, it takes much effort to learn the art of ignoring. To God, that's what ignorance is, to wish to ignore something. For then you ignore the light of life in your brothers and sisters' eyes, as well as the same in your own soul. I do not sanction murder in any form, so please do not sanction it yourself. I have given you a gift, the gift of living love. For this is who I am. This is your identity as well. Love, my beloved, can never be killed or wasted. You would do well to know that the ancient spiritual commandment, correctly translated, would read, thou shalt not murder. For murder is the dissolution of a soul. Killing may well be for reasons of defending self or others from being killed. This I understand. But killing for any other reason is murder. The wasting of the gift that is the celebration that is life. You see, murder happens when you either hate the quality of life, yours and that of others, or when you take life maliciously or without caring. So when you view yourself or those around you as being worthless, you have committed murder. Even if you don't stab somebody or shoot somebody or don't even touch them or anything, if you view somebody as worthless, you've already committed murder. The same also applies to the world of nature around you. You may not look on any life, human or otherwise, as being less than worthy, or you judge me likewise. Want to judge God as less than worthy? I don't think so. If you murder, you are then attempting to murder me as well as yourself. Gosh, don't. I'm getting goosebumps again. Should you waste a life, including your own for that matter, or should you take a life, again, including even your own, I will not judge you, nor will I condemn you. I will know that you have done enough of that to yourself already, or you would never do such a deed. You see, my beloved, murder in any form is a cry even beyond a scream for help. It is a cry beyond even a scream for hope. I assure you that I am here and able to hear you beyond any scream, and that I can and will answer that cry. I would never have you punish yourself or your brother or sister. Vengeance against yourself or your brother or your sister is neither yours to demand nor mine to exact. Murder is an act of vengeful desperation based on the delusion of hopelessness. It is a rejection of the relationship which I am. Such a decision could only be based in fear. F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. Maybe it will help you to know that I am neither fearful nor am I to be feared. As you know, love and fear cannot coexist. So here is the key which will do away with the delusion of murder in any of its forms. When you begin to feel hopeless and desperate, at that very moment, begin looking for my defenseless light in your brothers and sisters' eyes, and you will never have the need for the delusion of murder in any form ever again. For then you hear my voice calling to you to trust yourself, even as to open up to your brother and sister in a call for help. I know many of you may well be skeptical of this possibility. If so, you feel such skepticism because you are skeptical of humanity itself in general. Then what humanity do you view as suspect but your own? The light that I offer is innocence, mine. Give your perception of innocence even a single moment to call to you to remember my light, and I will love you for having come to me for help. If any brother or sister refuses to help you, then do not condemn them, for they are in as much a need for help as are you. See the innocence in their eyes anyway. Then perhaps they will turn to you for salvation, and you will share such together. You who are life itself, cherish an adventure. Let me reread that. You who are life itself, cherish the adventure in which you are involved. Cherish yourself and your brother and sister even as I do cherish you. Life is an amazing celebration. The music is playing, so let us dance to my living, loving, and lovable beloved, God. So our misinterpretation of one of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill, should actually be read, thou shalt not murder. And anytime when you view another being, or another person, or an animal, plant, whatever, as being less than, or unworthy, or worthless, you've committed murder. Not only of that being, plant, whatever, but of yourself. The murder of your perception of yourself. The way you perceive yourself, you're going to perceive everyone and everything around you. So if you can look at another being and say that being is worthless, then there's some part of you that is worthless, and you've committed murder against you as well as that being, even if you never touch them, even if you never shoot them or stab them or anything else. So this is an invitation to the celebration. 2,000 years ago I spoke about a wedding feast. Same idea. This is an invitation to the greatest celebration that could ever exist. And it's our birthright. It's ours for the accepting.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm not going to say it's ours for the taking, because that would make it separate from us. It already exists as us. Our birthright exists as us. All we have to do is accept it.
Excellent. And your name?
We never take it. We can share it with those who are willing to let us share
Are
it.
you doing it or somebody else?
I guess that's about it for this
All right, thanks very much. Thanks very much.
particular letter. We're making quite a bit of progress here in the book. God's way of thinking, the way He's putting forth in Keys, as I lovingly refer to this book, Keys, is different than ours, but it restructures our way of thinking. In section 1, we redefined terms and began restructuring the engrams in our brain. Section 2, we're redefining humanity and what it means to be human. Section 3, we're getting the good results of having done so. The results of being the new human, of being the real human. Okay, enough of that for now.
All right, excellent.